Welcome back, everybody, to Warped Season 2, episode number 21. Welcome back. Welcome back. We return to Ilya, Thick, and Dr. Icarus. You guys are kind of on the hunt, I guess, for the Crown Boys. Is that where we were with you guys?
Yeah. Did we happen to hear the sounds of automatic gunfire on our way there? Or is that
Oh,
too far away from
definitely
us?
not. Definitely not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then we're heading into Crown Boys territory.
Okay.
I start as we're walking, I'm looking up like the Crown Boys file and see if I can get the major players and get a memorize their names and faces and try and do that stuff as we're heading.
So I think you probably have some like shitty police car. It's like a generic kind of very boxy looking kind of car. It looks like when the 80s tried to make like futuristic cars in all their movies and stuff, and everything was very sharp angled. It almost looked like a Lamborghini style car, like everything was very sharp angles and didn't really make any aerodynamic sense or anything. It just was sharp angles and whatnot. You have one of those. The windows are all, for some reason, they're real grimy, and then it's hard. They're like hard to see through and stuff. I don't know why, but they are.
Grubby fingerprints on vape juice.
Yeah. And you, Thick, and Dr. Icarus are kind of loaded in there.
So I punch my hands.
So, what's the deal, boss? What's the plan, huh?
We'll
I think Dr. Icarus is driving too, right? Because you're the muscle.
Yeah,
I am.
drives. Yeah. We go down there, have little conversation with our friend, Hardware. I think that was his name. I look up his file in particular.
Yeah, it's like the name does not match the nickname. His name is like Jerry Stein.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
okay.
Gerald Stein.
Yeah, Gerald.
Get out the way, you big galoo! I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, the car totally
It's fine.
sideswipes like a bunch of parked cars. Like they get like
That's
all
why they
bunched
have
up.
fenders.
We find our friend.
That is
here,
why we
find
had
out-
a fender, Dr. Icarus.
Yes.
We
It's
find
still
out,
there. It's on the road.
We find out why he lied. He deliberately didn't tell us something when asked. He deliberately lied, which is obstruction. So we can take him in, or we just threaten to. He had probation, 1 strike left. This is big strike. He go back in booty house long time.
The what?
Booty house is the slang term for.
I've heard
reason.
Betty use that term before.
She means something different. Okay, perhaps
Oh,
we
the
don't call
colon.
it that.
Are we doing
No,
surgery?
okay. No, prison. Where you will be sent to prison. Be careful. Look, I reach over and just push the autopilot button. Doop. There it goes.
Immediately stops because I was about to power through a red light.
Yeah.
Through civilians.
Yeah, Dr. Icarus like and the steering wheel just kind of does the thing where it like retracts like back in towards the dashboard.
That's a handy button. I don't think I killed anyone. It's only a simulation.
Well, we're here, so
Maybe there
You
are
think there
others
will-
here as well. There is a sort of interesting concept. I have seen a few aliens, but it appears to be mostly humans or humanoids that are here.
Yes. Well,
They can't all be real, though, right?
Who knows? Perhaps they like it. I don't know. I expect it's probably mix.
Why on earth would anyone watch somebody else playing a game?
It does seem weird.
Visual joke for a podcast. Okay. Yes, we'll talk to our friend Jerry, get him to spill beans. We go find lady, and then solve mystery, get points, and complete a real mission.
Yes, we do really need those points, but how are we going to find... It didn't...
When I was when I saw the video feed of this of inside the food place,
Mm-hmm.
did it look like that guy hardware?
Hardware.
Did it look like he knew the Blade Lady, or they just had a bit of an altercation?
I think it was hard to tell. What you got was they were having a heated conversation. Do you have the insight skill?
I don't think I've got insight. Let me just check.
I'd say that you can roll me like an intuition, like a general intuition check.
Okay.
I think perception, but it'll be way harder than it would if you had insight. So you can do perception. 4. You have no idea.
I have absolutely no idea. I didn't actually form the thought before I was telling you what I had no idea.
What you
I
have
was
no
just
idea about?
wondering if they actually knew each other. The video footage I saw, they were just having a bit of an argument or something. I couldn't hear. There was no sound.
I don't know. What do they have to argue about? She cut the line or something? I don't think so. And why did he not mention he ran into her?
Well, didn't you say he lied completely? So, he must know something.
He committed crime is all we need. We have the pressure, now we get answers.
Oh, you
Nice
mean
and
lie
simple.
to him and
No,
tell
tell
him we think he did the murder?
We can also do this. No, good idea. We'll
But that
do
wasn't me.
Also.
I randomly punched something on the dashboard.
Careful,
Eh.
you hurt hand.
I'm trying to get star points for being the muscle.
Do big flicks. Flicks.
Like 2.
No, flicks.
Can you write it down?
More visual jokes for the podcast. Peachy's the best at visual jokes for the podcast.
Flex your muscles.
Oh, flex.
Yes.
Like this?
You have to squeeze it. Oh,
I am
squeeze
squeezing.
They need to see some definition.
Definition in what? There's literally a tendon there. I'm not sure what you want from me.
Eh,
Give me a strength check, Dr. Icarus.
If he nails it, can you just pull a muscle? Maybe.
Can I add bluffing?
Sure, what the hell?
Are you doing this one where you push it up at the back? Check it out.
Yeah.
Exactly what I'm doing. So strength plus bluffing.
Uh-huh.
10.
So you for the camera, like it doesn't look pathetic, but it's not impressive. Like it's just a straight line. It's not a U, like a Popeye flab, but it's not like the U, but it's a straight line. That's totally because you're pushing up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was worth a try.
I mean, they're just used for lifting.
You get 1 style
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Ding ding ding.
Oh.
I'm like,
Apparently, they give pity points here.
PT points. What's that? An abbreviation?
It could stand for physical therapy. Perhaps they believe you're
Yes.
performing physical therapy on yourself, Doctor.
Oh, perhaps. I was massaging the muscle.
I think Thick uses like her wobbly arms, like she walks over, she puts her arms on your shoulders, Ilya, and starts to like massage your shoulders.
Sidekick is not required to fondle. Thank you.
I thought my job was to be the plucky sidekick. Isn't this plucky?
I guess so, but clearly the muscle is one who needs it because the muscle need to be prepared. A detective.
Oh, yes, you're
I
the
do not
brains. I
understand.
keep forgetting.
I don't seem to understand.
The muscle needs his muscles massage so he can be loose and flexible and ready to strike out at any moment with his not insignificant strength.
You're like a coiled snake, a cobra.
Very well. Thick immediately starts to slap you in the face a little bit, like as she tries to massage your neck.
Okay.
There's no
I'll
style
just-
points.
I'll just keep checking over files until we pull up to the hood.
Sure, give me a logic check plus your law.
Excuse me. Boop.
An 18.
18.
Very nice. On a 46. There was 2 6s in there. Okay. So, you get a little bit of information in regards to the Crown Boys. Suspected hideout locations. There's 3 of them. Reasonably close, within a few city blocks of each other. And it's a funny thing that British people don't know what blocks are. That you guys like have a sort of, you don't have the same system that we do. All blocks here are usually about 1/10 of a mile.
I've
That's-
played Cities Skylines. It's the most efficient way to build a city.
I've been to America. I've dealt with blocks. They're deeply confusing.
Also, I lived in Milton Keynes.
Yeah, the whole
which is
grid system
built
is
that way.
extremely confusing.
It's so non-European. That's the reason.
Yeah.
We just build shit, whatever. And we'll put something here.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
It was hilarious. I had to tell Pip about that, and he answered. She's like, "What's a block? Why do you keep saying block?" And I'm like, "It's 1/10
I
of a
just
mile."
thought it was like from one corner to the next corner.
Generally,
You
it
know what I
is,
mean?
but they're about 1/10 of a mile.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing about European streets is they're usually kind of like, this was originally a cow path, and then it intersected with a Roman road, and then somebody sold somebody else the land and put a lane through, and it's 1,500 years of history go into this fucking crazy fucking street plan.
And literally, no one gives a shit except the historians. They're within probably a few blocks of each other, maybe like 3 blocks of each other for each of them. And you can see that they've got like ideas on who the sort of leaders are of this gang. There's a gang member. Looks to be like an alien race. Probably one of those rock-like people that you had. I don't think you saw this one before. Did you catch? I couldn't remember if you actually saw that, Ilya. You saw Betty's romance. I can't remember.
I don't think so.
But it's one of those kind of creatures, and they have the, I guess they go by the handle Bore, Bore. Then there's a human. Human female. She goes. Where did I put that? She goes by the name. Where did I put my generator? God damn it. Come on, I'm horrible at names, generator. Go faster. Oh my god, it's just taking forever. Don John, why have you let me down? Why, Don John? Why?
Layla.
Why, Don John, no.
She goes by the name Slate. And
we had to wait for that.
hey, listen, man, I don't have a
Slate
generator.
Large, huge, okay?
I'm horrible at these. And there's another human going by the name Galen 4.
Chalk.
It's Galen 4. And it's totally uncreative. Their first name is Galen. But those are the three supposed leaders of the gang. These are the most information that you have. Could be accurate. Could be, hearsay. But that's the information that you have.
Okay. So enter the sat nav. I'll kind of punch in a course. I basically kind of want to sweep the hood somewhat, kind of going by each hideout. Dr. Icarus and 7H1CC, these are the people we're looking for. And I put up Hardware's picture. And then the kind of three leaders. If we see any of these, please let me know. We'll stop off, have conversation with them. Shouldn't be... we'll be friendly. See if they cooperate.
Do you mean friendly or do you mean, friendly, like, see?
I do not understand. What does that mean?
Irony. It's actually, we're quite aggressive and
No.
violent.
No, literally we will be friendly. Polite.
Very well.
Friendly.
Yes, we will be disturbingly friendly.
I can do that.
I have found you very disturbing, Dr. Icarus.
Thank you, Vic.
Yeah, okay. And I start off the autopilot to take us on our journey.
Okay. So there are 3 hideouts in the sort of Crown Boys area. I think that the hideouts, one appears to be some... They're all in like a shitty part of town for sure. And I think that one of them is probably an abandoned construction yard. One of them is probably like an old market of some sort. Like it's some kind of equivalent of a grocery store. Supposedly still in operation. But it's kind of shady. Like they have... I would say it looks like it's straight out of like the worst ghetto you've ever seen. Like horrible, gnarly grocery store. Like how are they still in business and why? And the next place is going to be some sort of bar. It looks like a bar. Not a pub, like a bar. This is not a place where you go eat. This is a place where you drink whiskey.
I probably would have made the bar the last place, because drunk people are unpredictable. We'd rather not have to deal with those. So We'll head to the safer.
Which one are you heading to? The
Same
construction
ones.
area or the sort of grocery store?
Let's go to the grocery store.
Okay.
Go to the grocery store because construction again. I've got construction equipment and stuff. That's place number 2. So yeah, to the store first. Keep eye out. Doctor, you watch left side. I watch right side. And look out behind. See if you see anyone peeking out to see what we're doing.
Okay.
Grocery store. Why don't we just go in?
We're police.
I'm not.
You're with police. The same thing to these people.
I'm the muscle. I do what needs to be done to get the job done.
Okay, there's very good commitment to role. But you're
Gotta get those
basically-
style points, Ilya. How many style points have you got so far?
I don't know. I did flourish earlier of my trench coat. Perhaps they picked up a few hundred. It was impressive in my.
I mean, they do flash up right above your face.
Oh,
I did not
must
see
have-
any style points.
I was
I've not seen-
concentrating very hard. They probably missed it.
I mean, it's quite bright. It's blinding, actually.
Yeah, I have extreme focus on task at hand.
And the noises. Ding, 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 ding.
I am too focused. Sometimes I get so focused I forget that I exist. It's level of focus.
I understand you're playing your part. You're a precious flower that needs to be protected by me, the muscle. Call me,
What do you see out the window there, Doctor? Anyone interesting?
I'm looking out the window.
Sure, give
It
me
was
a
a
perception
visual
check.
joke for the podcast.
Yeah, I'm checking it.
We need a visual joke for the podcast counter. That's 4 now, I think.
Style points.
Oh, great roll, Pitchy.
That's
Um,
average. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so that's a 6 on a 2d6. The window's pretty grimy, like all cyberpunk windows for some reason, just grimy. Yeah.
I
You
think
just
the moisture's on the outside. How's that even possible?
Yeah, and it's like raining, but it's apparently just inside. For certain, Ilya hasn't cleaned the windows in a while apparently, and you just kind of like, and like leave like some streaks from where the digits
I
separate.
made it harder to see out
Yeah,
there.
Look, I'll just go inside. I'll go and buy some
Let's wait.
Slim Jim.
You don't
What?
know procedure. You have to go up and then wait ominously to make them nervous. 5 minutes at least, and then you head in.
Ominously.
Yes, it's stewing time. You let them
Why are you the brains
stew a
again?
little. Because I was actually law enforcement. I have the training.
Right.
Plus, I watch lots of police
Law and
movies
Order.
and things.
44.
There was legendary detective. Legendary. I heard about it. I read about it. It's very. I like to look at old things.
What was the name of this legendary detective?
He was greatest detective of all time. His name was Columbo,
I think he discovered America.
and also detective. He did both things.
Ah, I didn't read about that. That's impressive.
Yes.
Well,
he's
you'd have to
very-
be a detective to find.
That is why he's greatest. He found place no one ever found before.
Right. What is a Slim Jim?
I don't know, but that advertisement keeps asking us to snap it to one.
We must be skinny men.
Looks like.
Wait, Slim Jims are a sausage, right? They're like a pepperoni.
It's a horrible jerky that's sort of it's a tube of meat.
Tube of spiced meat.
Yes.
It's pepperoni then. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
It is and it isn't. Like
is this salty thing that is supposedly meat.
If you ate meat, you would love this thing. That's what
okay.
it is.
Is it the meatiest meat?
It's the grossest,
squid.
most. It's the grossest, most convenience store-like meat that you can purchase, and it's totally something that you, Peachy, if you ate meat, would eat religiously. That's how horrible it is.
Okay. Everyone out of car, but then we slowly approach store. Deliberately slowly, walk slow. Or hover slow, doctor. Like, open the door and it opens upwards, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, it's Gullwing.
Yeah, gull. Everything's gullwing.
Everything.
Yeah.
Even the door to the grocery store is a Gullwing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the rain is just falling down around you like shh.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound stupid, but my PC case is also a Gullwing.
Are you serious?
Really?
That is extra dumb.
That's like
That's
extra
awesome.
dough too.
Oh, goodness. Amazing.
Why?
Yeah.
The window is on the side, and then it goes up and then curves over to the top.
That's extra stupid.
Yeah, so I kind of walk slowly with my hands in my pockets.
I hover very slowly, like silly slowly.
Not that slowly. Keep pace with me.
Well, how slow? This just looks like a walk.
No,
There's a
it
few
is-
people that are kind of like outside, underneath like some very small awnings on the outside of the store. It's mostly like glass, and there's like several ancient advertisements like that are sort of flashing in the window. They're kind of broken, but they're kind of doing their normal thing where they're scanning the surroundings and trying to advertise to those people. So you're seeing lots of like vape advertisements and probably like really shitty fast food advertisements coming up, stuff like that. But they're like broken, so like half the advertisement's not displaying right. It just looks cruddy. And yeah, there are people that are just kind of outside vaping and sort of like screwing around with each other.
I'm doing that. You know how the slow cop walk?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing that one with the hands in the pockets, just kind of walking like, you know I'm walking towards you. I know I'm walking towards you, but I'm just going to pretend like I'm not.
He's doing
That's kinda
like such a slow, deliberate walk. My chair doesn't actually have a setting for that speed.
So you just go and...
I have to go forward and then slow back down.
Yeah, and I think Thick is just following behind. So they see you like doing the cop walk, and they just kind of nod their heads. They have various... they're covered in various piercings. They're all human. And there's I think several of them have like some body mods. They probably have like horns under their skin and stuff like that. You know, the subdermal horns. You know, one has like a forked tongue and shit. And you can see them like nodding towards you. They look like they're immediately get angrier.
Do you need me to shake him down, boss?
No, just play along. Play along.
Okay.
I walk towards them.
Okay. The one that's I guess closest to you is it's probably a woman. I think she's got like purple hair, but it's like bright purple, like very purple. And it almost looks like it's backlit, like the hair, and she probably has some like subdermal lights just to like illuminate the hair.
Very nice hair, ma'am.
Yeah, nice hair, Toots.
And she's like purposefully sticking out her tongue to show you this forked tongue, and she's got like barbells like rung through the tongue, and like they're like horizontal. Like they're not like vertical barbells. And I can't even imagine how much that would hurt. So she's kind of sticking her tongue out a little bit, just to show it off. And she says, "And what can I do for you?"
Looking for a buddy of mine, perhaps.
Oh, buddy, you're looking
you
for a friend?
Yes.
She's like, "I'm not that kind of girl."
Oh, I don't mean it that way. I did not
I
mean
think
to
you did
insult
mean
you.
it that way, pig.
No, my friend's name is Hardware. Perhaps you know him.
She like looks back. Never heard of him.
Oh, that's probably because you're a loser, yes. Don't hang with the big boys. With my friend Hardware. He's moving up, you know. That's what I hear.
What the fuck did you say?
Anyway, if you can't help us, we go find someone else. We won't last long around here with that.
What about the
kind
Slim
of-
Jims?
No Slim Jims.
The goddamn Slim Jim.
No, I said I'd get Slim Jims for everyone if this lady told us where things were. She don't tell us she doesn't get Slim Jim, you don't get Slim Jims.
Ah!
Why don't you fuck off, cop?
Yes, that was the
You're not gonna
plan.
find any help here.
You're definitely not from you, of course. Why do I waste my time with you? I should probably go talk to Slate. She's prettier and she'll probably help me.
Why do you keep insulting this woman? She's not gonna tell you anything.
Give me a let's see. Give me a charisma.
I bet you wish you had bluffing right about now.
I know, right?
I don't think you've got anything to help you here, bud. I think it's
Yeah,
just a
I'll-
charisma roll.
I'll use my rep instead, because that's why I have rep.
Don't you have higher charisma?
No, my charisma
Oh.
ain't great. I rely on my status, knowing how to hold myself. Okay. I don't have any luck die. 40 is not bad in a 3d6.
Okay. She says I think she like chuckles a little bit and it's just like a she's like, "Okay, you go do that."
Sure. Shame I was looking forward to Slim Jims. Anyway, if you do see Hardware, tell him that I have some paperwork I'm putting off for him. If I can't find him, I have to file it, and with his history, our history, he'll get it by that point. But it's important I speak to him. I'll see you around.
Whatever. Just get the fuck out of here.
Might be back for Slim Jims for our friends.
I really want this come. Right, I'm getting a Slim Jim, okay?
No Slim
I
Jims.
have been very muscly all day.
So I
Right.
think by now Thick has completely like plopped herself into a trash can. Let me see. She doesn't have like a straight up sneaking. She just has her thievery skill.
She definitely needs some sort of stealth or disguise skill because she's like a table. And
Yeah,
no one knows.
she does have disguise. Oh, that's a bad roll. Let's see. That's a 6 on a 3d6 plus her disguise. So that disguise is the last one there, because that should have been with her agility in this case. So that's a 7 on a 4d6. And she tries to sort of like hop into a trash can, not realizing that it's full. So she kind of like hops into the trash can and immediately just clatters like clang, clang, and all the trash just spills out like all over the ground. And Thick is looking around, arms just kind of flopping around as she does so, rotating. And she sort of like tries to take a piece of paper and like hold it up, covering her. It's like a fast food wrapper. She tries to like slide like towards further into the garbage. Everyone's just staring at her.
Okay,
Can I go into the grocery store?
Sure. Everybody's
go
giving
into
you
the
looks,
grocery
but yeah.
I turn to the girl with purple hair. We're going to get Slim Jims. You want anything while we're in?
She says, "Sure. Why don't you get us? Oh, I don't know, a keg."
Oh yeah, I have to see ID first. I can't buy it if you're a minor.
Give me a charisma check, not a reputation check.
Okay. Six on my 2d6.
Oh, 15. Yeah. So she says, funny.
His rules, I can't get keg if you're underage. I
The
lose
age has gone down, by the way. It's probably like a 14 now or some shit. Like,
yeah, they just get a special lever when they're 10. I can process it for them. It's grown. I'm real cops, no problem. See? Here. Cop. Now you can trust me, I'm not going to.
she says, I must have left it at home.
Oh, where's that? I'll drop you off. We pick it up.
She's like looking. They're just laughing at her, like shaking her head. You've got to be the worst cop I've ever met in my life.
Or am I the best?
Worst.
She said worst.
Worst.
Worst at my job or worst to talk with?
Immediately, Thick emerges from the garbage, and she's got something in one of her floppy hands, and she like shakes it out towards you, Ilya, shaking some detritus like as it flops around.
Ew.
This green meat kind of flops around, and she says, I am snapping it to a Slim Jim.
Well, here you go. Here's your Slim Jim.
I'm not eating that.
And I open the gull wing door of the
Grocery store. Okay, you head in. And I think that'll be it for this part. We'll take.
I thought you said for this episode. Like,
No.
what?
No, we're gonna take a break.
How long were we doing a Slim Jim thing for?
We're gonna take a
3 hours,
break.
Surprisingly.
We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned for more Warped Season 2, Episode number 21. Back in just a little bit. Hang tight.